The blame for the fires of West Maui is falling upon Hawaiian Electric, who knew as early as 4 years ago that there was a risk of fire due to their own negligence in maintaining power lines. But they did nothing. Hawaiian Electric, who is owned by Vanguard and BlackRock, has been shifting their focus to clean energy. And in order to build back better, the old system must first be destroyed. And so the power was left on to feed the flames. The warning system on Maui is one of the most advanced and maintained warning systems on Earth. Residents are accustomed to monthly tests, but on the day of the fire, no sirens went off. There were no warnings. The director in charge of this warning system was at a FEMA disaster seminar in Oahu as the fires were devastating the people of Maui.
According to documents obtained by H&N Investigates, Endaya was in Waikiki at the Alohalani Resort attending what was scheduled to be a 3-day FEMA disaster preparedness seminar called the Pacific Partnership Meeting. A receipt from the hotel shows Endaya checked in last Monday, a day before the fire started. That same receipt lists a departure date of Wednesday, August 9th, the morning after flames reduced Lahaina town to ash. According to Tuesday's agenda, the day wrapped up with a networking reception at the hotel's Longboard Club from 5 to 7 that evening. The same time, people were running for their lives, trying to escape flames that engulfed the town.
When asked if he regretted not sounding the alarm, he said no, because he was worried that the people would run into the fire.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not. Had we sounded the siren that night, we're afraid that people would have gone Malka. And if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire.
But instead, they burned to death at home, including an untold number of children who were home alone that morning because of a school cancellation. The water wasn't on, fire hydrants were dry, and the deputy director of Water Resource Management, who was named an Obama Foundation leader, refused to release water for the West Maui fires until it was too late. He says that in order to share water, Hawaiians need to discuss equity.
Really, my motto is always like, let water connect us and not divide us. Like we can share it, but it requires true conversations about equity.
Without any warnings and without any water, the people tried to flee, but they were stopped by the police, who had orders to keep people from escaping.
I said, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm under orders to keep them here. And I said, the fire is right around Safeway. It's going to hit Front Street. You know, these people got to get out of here. And he said, I'm following orders.
No way.
And so I just kept walking. Well, maybe he knows something I don't.
The Maui chief of police was the incident officer at one of the biggest cover-up operations in U.S. history, the 2017 Las Vegas.
No comment?
No comment right now, guys.
No comment?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the chief, sir.
Yeah. I understand.
Why doesn't he want to speak to the people? Only to a camera.
Residents are not allowed to leave unless they get a permission slip from the federal government. But the government recently decided to shut that option down.
Hi. I've just been informed that we are shutting down this placard distribution as of now.
While the fires burned, a book was published about the entire event. The book blamed climate change and was written by a Dr. Miles Stones. The definition of milestone is an action or event marking a significant change or stage in development. Hawaii is being usurped by the same billionaires pushing for the World Economic Forum's Great Reset. They have been planning on turning Maui into a test bed for their artificial intelligence smart grid. But the people were in their way, so they burned them out. Maui will either be a major milestone for the ruling class or a line in the sand for we the people. The federal government offers a one-time payment of $700 to each family that has lost their home. And the governor of Hawaii tells reporters that the state plans on acquiring the land.
I'm already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land so that we can put it into workforce housing, to put it back into families, or to make it open spaces in perpetuity as a memorial to people who were lost.
And if it wasn't for the local community, the survivors would be left alone in the ashes of their neighbors.
my goodness, look at this report real quick. Now it makes sense why they went after Hawaii. A treaty of annexation was never signed between the Hawaiian Kingdom and the U.S. No treaty equals no state of Hawaii. The state of Hawaii government established by an act of Congress is an usurpation of sovereignty during occupation and therefore not only illegal, but constitutes a war crime. I have more. This is a document from hawaiiankingdom.org. Please go look it up for the rest of the information, but let's take a look here. Therefore, a joint resolution is not a ceding of territory by treaty, but only an opinion or will of the U.S. Congress. The Hawaiian Kingdom was not annexed to the United States and remained an independent but occupied state. I have chills reading this right now. Usurpation of sovereignty is illegally to take by force the sovereignty of another country. International tribunals and national tribunals prosecuted both military and civilians after World War I and World War II for these crimes. The state of Hawaii government established an act of Congress is an usurpation of sovereignty during occupation and therefore not only illegal but also constitutes as a war crime. Unlawful, here are some of the war crimes. Unlawful deportation or transfer of unlawful confinement of a protected person, compelling a protected person to serve the forces of an occupying state, willfully depriving a protected person of the rights of fair and regular trial, extensive destruction and appropriation of property not justified by military necessarily and carried out unlawfully. Take a picture of that. I'll move over, screenshot it, read it for yourself, or go directly to the website. This is the other page on the same website, and there's a list of the actual war crimes if you want to take a screenshot again or go directly to the website. What does this mean? Let's break it down. It's a handshake agreement for the missionaries to take over the land and call it America. Nothing was signed. The fire massacre tells me something big was in play, and Hawaii's version of 9 hit to prevent or delay something, or they will buy up all the land and keep it as a legal loophole because of this. Change governance and laws or hiding spot to keep from getting sent to real U.S. prison. Yesterday, I just reported, or 2 days ago, about how Governor Green said that the government is going to take the land in Lahaina from the people. This is all making sense now. Hawaii, you should be free. Why are we doing this? Why the government is supposed to serve the people? Are they serving you right now? All we can see is that they are doing everything to stop you from helping yourselves. The community, the Hawaiians, the Aloha spirit is able to take care of this disaster and help humanity. Help each other with love. One more page. This is to put things in layman's terms for us. Oh, so here's another comment. Correction, between Hawaiian Kingdom and the U.S. Incorporated, when the U.S. Incorporated ceased to exist, so did the treaty. Therefore, the new independent nation of Hawaii, who has zero military and zero ability to protect and defend itself, was attacked. Yes, a war crime. If you're not sure what this is all about, do some digging, but the United States, Washington, D.C., is a foreign occupied place. It is not free. And over the last few years, this has been broken down. There's a lot more to this. If you have links or want to share, I don't have time to research it right now, but this feels like really important news, and I appreciate the person who sent it to me to get this out. What are your thoughts about this? Do you think that Hawaii should be free? I do. Free everywhere. I was thinking this morning, why do we live in a world where everybody has to take power and control? That they have to control other nations, take over other societies. Why are they doing this? For exploitation of their resources? This is not the energy of New Earth, and all of these systems are being broken down and exposed right now. This is really what's happening. Those of you saying, like, stop with the conspiracy theories. These aren't conspiracy theories. These are facts. These are out there. And for New Earth to come, the old system has to be dismantled and fall apart and be exposed. And that's what we're seeing right now. So please get the word out. Please share. Please let others know if you have any other information. I have thousands and thousands of comments and messages to get through, but I will try to get through the ones that we need to see. So again, thanks for the person who sent this to me. I appreciate it because this feels big. This is really important news and information, and I hope that people will understand it on the deepest levels and the implication that this really has.